Hi, I'm Shannon Eva Severinus from course IM 110, class 2B, and I'm going to present my video presentation about the article summary that I've been summarized, which is the missing link in information and records management. It is about the personal knowledge registration. So as for the abstract in this article, the authors of this article are Ragna Kem Haraldsdottir and Johanna Ganslagdottir, who are a professor in Department of Information Science at the University of Iceland. So this article states about the findings of research on collaborative personal knowledge registration, which explain the interrelationship between records professionals and human resource and training professionals on collaborative in personal knowledge registration. So as for the summary in this article, it states about the reliable grasp of collective organizational knowledge if it was possible for people to know one another. So little is known about how organization supports personal knowledge registration. It is how information was registered by the employers, personal knowledge based on the participation in training and development programs, which is a study about the current status of personal knowledge registration in Icelandic organization, and to understand how this registration is accessed, used, and by whom. So studies in knowledge management, human resource management and records, and information management are extensive and growing, as what was stated by Haraldsdottir in 2018. Personal knowledge registration has become another way of registering and managing the knowledge of employers. Besides, it examines how records professionals and human resource and training professionals collaborated on personal knowledge registration. So this is based on the role and responsibility of these records professionals in the registration process. Moreover, the purpose of this registration is to gain a better use of usable knowledge, build interdisciplinary teams, and to find instructors for in-house training as well as for recruitment and development. So the term personal knowledge registration and the abbreviation personal knowledge registration is a consequence of this discourse. Besides, the term personal knowledge is comparable to the information a person registers in curriculum vitae. So I'm going to explain what is curriculum vitae. So the curriculum vitae is also known as a CV or vita. It is a comprehensive statement of your educational background, teaching and research experience. So it is the standard representation of credentials within academia. So the full CV used when applying for academic positions in four-year institutions. Next, it is used to accept the information belongs to an organization. So personal knowledge registration is like the creation of corporate knowledge directories, company yellow pages, and experts networks, which has been told by Andriva and Kianto in 2012. So personal knowledge covers employers' education, such as the language, information technology, writing, or mentoring skills. So, for conclusion, registering personal knowledge using PKR, which is also the personal knowledge registration, creates an outline of collected organizational knowledge and assists employers, specifically human resource and training managers, to sift for and find current and valuable knowledge among this staff. The study aims was to grasp in what way organizations support personal knowledge registration and the way its use impact the work of its facilitators, which is the managers of human resource, training, information technology, records and data and quality. So as for the objective of this article explains about how different information management professionals access and use personal knowledge registration, which aims to boost the awareness of them as specialists in information management, including the personal knowledge to form it accessible and usable for employers. So, in my opinion about this article, after I've been read it, so the discussion in this article shows that every information professional has a different opinion about the reliable grasp. Either it is reliable enough for the collective organizational knowledge or not, because everyone has their own opinion based on their experience and so on. So based on this research, it suggests that a reliable grasp was not effectively enough to access and utilize the personal knowledge of employers, as what was presented by Davenport and Prusak in 1998. Besides some statement which states that people in one division was not aware of the specific skills employers in another division because of their workplace was spread over several skills employers in another division because of their workplace was spread over several locations. It implies that a social reliable grasp was insufficient as social networks reach only to this point. In order to effectively allocate and apply organizational knowledge, increasing recognition of the role of individuals in the knowledge management process and greater interest in people's knowledge perspective can impact them. Despite the findings of this research seem to indicate that change needs to be made because information about education, skills, and experience need to be based on evidence. So the research has the evidence and their history about their own experience. So they have their own experience, and as for the result, they either take it as a good opinion or not. As for the reliable grasp, not everyone support it. Not everyone state that they agree with the statement that reliable grasp is enough for the collective organizational knowledge for them. So, furthermore, personal knowledge registration created a value for organizations such as fulfill legal demands, or to be validated for proposals in international projects. Actually, this registration was seen as evidence for the benefit of employers and clients and to answer monitoring institutions. So, as for the conclusion of this article, I've been summarized that the view of management and quality managers on collaborative personal knowledge registration are also discussed. The 12 organizations were surveyed using structured, semi-structured interviews with 32 professionals. Besides, this research also bridged important gaps as it provides examples, multi-professionals empirics, how and why collaborative efforts in personal knowledge registration have not as successful as expected. However, the organization and the 32 interviewers were deliberately selected to advance the truth and value of the findings. Therefore, research has contributed significantly to the field of information and records management. So, that is all from me about this article summary. Thank you.